G'day skate champions and welcome to Skate 10 by day 6. I'm back at Wave Heights. This is actually my second recording for today because the first one was rained out. But today's trick is the Fakie rock. This park is really strange in that every bit of transition is just a little bit different. Some coping protrudes a lot, others very little. And they're all a little bit different in how mellow they are. It used to be very, very rough, so I used to do my rock fakies and then just kind of like a revert in the center of the horseshoe there, and then come back to regular to carry on skating. So I never really practiced my fakie rocks, which is a crying shame because they're a really important part to mini ramp skating. While we're going to get a couple of fakie rocks today, what I really want to try is the fakie pop to rock, because when I see people do them, they look so good. But let's get stuck in. Because I recorded a failed video this morning, I'd actually acquired a little bit of pre-practice into this trick and some learnings that I could take into this session, which was that I couldn't really rely on the coping to do the work, and so that I needed to create a little bit of that elevation myself, which was try and like perform a fakie ollie as such, maybe not an entire fakie ollie, but the same momentum, just driving those wheels into that lip of the transition just before the coping, to get the board up and into the air. And I got a bit cheeky with that one, just trying to stare at the camera, and then obviously, just not getting the body weight correctly. I'd sort of fall off occasionally. I'm pretty happy with that actually, because I did achieve it. And I'll just freeze frame it here, and you can see, that's a lot better than when I started out. And now I just want to try it on two other copings here, which are a little bit higher, which is going to add a little bit extra zing to it, just for me anyway. Let's get stuck in. Alright, so the key elements that I took from going to the larger transition were that I needed to really work on my speed, get that right and readjust that, because too fast and I'd sort of go out onto the platform, and too slow, and I was always worried that I was going to just sort of hang up on my wheels on the coping. Neither were really great. And once I sort of figured that out, my foot positioning just was way out. So I readjusted that so that my front foot was over the bolts, so that when I landed, I didn't really have to readjust too much from that position, which was really good. But it was definitely far from easy. I think I got away with maybe 2 or 3, but I'm super pumped with that. And now we're just going to take it to this little sharp transition here. And it's got the coping which protrudes a little bit more than the other one, so we'll just test them out and wrap this video up. Alright, so that last little coping, I was able to rely on the coping more than I expected, but my biggest takeaway was that when I'm popping, I really need to land on the coping at the center of the board, or as center as possible, to sort of like really feel comfortable for the roll back in. But that was a pretty successful day. I'm glad I came back and gave it another shot today, because I wasn't comfortable with the first lot, and hopefully the audio is going to be way better this afternoon without that wind. But yeah, I just wanted to make a shout out to Magnus and Leia, and also Cam, fellow YouTubers who are just killing it with the Skate 10 bar trick list, and there's a whole heap of other legends out there on Instagram. So you guys are all just rocking this month. Yeah, that's it for day 6. Remember to keep skating, keep having fun, and of course, keep progressing. Take it easy, legends. All these shops. Oh man, that rain. Here it comes. Here comes the rain.